This particular page is shown to the user when they want to view additional details about a course that they may want to enroll into. And it's designed very well, and I say that because it's a very clean design and meets the design objective. But it has one flaw in that for a teacher to launch their course, they must have at least an introduction video. Now, you might think, well, every teacher has that, but that may not always be the case, because when a teacher designed their course, they essentially designed the lessons of the course, and they may not have a video that describes what students will learn by enrolling into the course. And so what that means is it forces the teacher to have a video that is shown in this placeholder. Without that, they can't launch their course. And so that does not meet my objective of allowing teachers to launch their courses immediately. So I'm thinking, what if I provide a way for the teacher to add images that help students understand what they will learn, maybe outcomes. And those images could be displayed instead of a video, because the teacher may not have a video to use here. Or they may want to do that later and get their course launched immediately. I don't want the system to be the barrier. So I want to redesign this page to provide that feature. And so I'm going to go into my design tool, and this is the design, the original design of the screen that shows the course details, and you can see how closely the build matches the design. And that's the beauty with designing your screens first, understanding the flow of the application first before using a development AI to create those screens. So all I'm going to do, and I'm using Google's design tool here called Google Stitch. It's still in beta mode, so the name might change, and the features and the functions that you see in this video may change as well over time. So I'm going to simply explain to the design tool what it is that I want to do with this screen. I'm going to click on the screen. It comes as an addition to my prompt on the left-hand side. And I'm simply going to explain that sometimes the teacher may not have an intro video and instead may want to provide images as a way to explain the details of the course. Okay, so you just got to explain it in simple terms. Add a way for images to be displayed instead of the video, and a maximum of up to 5 images, and a way for the user to click through each image. Okay, I think that's pretty clear, and I think that meets my objective. And let's also mention why. Why do we want this? This avoids the necessity for the teacher to record a intro video. The typing's bad this morning. It's quite early in the morning. A intro video, and allow the teacher to launch their course with a handful of images that can be used to help prospective students, because they haven't joined yet, they're on the details page, understand the benefits of the course in a visual manner. Okay, I think that's good enough for the AI design tool to understand why I want to change and what those changes are. So Google Stitch will now create for me a new screen, a new iteration. Okay, so we'll just wait. Hopefully it should just create it next to that screen. I'll just zoom out, and there we go. So we'll just wait for it to complete, and then we'll take a look and see if it's done a good job. So you can see the feedback from the design tool, acknowledging that's a great idea to make the course setup more flexible, which is exactly what I want. I'll update the course details page to support an image carousel as an alternative. Where are we? Where's the great idea? Okay, so let's have a look. It didn't give me a chance to read all that, but that's okay. I'm going to zoom in. So this is now our alternative. Now, this is fine. It's saying there's 1 of 5 images there, but I want another refinement to this. And what I'm going to do, let's click on this again. And this is something I've said before, that you may need to go through a couple of iterations before you are happy with the final version. This is okay, but I actually want thumbnails of each image under here that the user can click on. So add thumbnails below the main image that the user can click on to navigate individual images as part of the carousel. Okay, so hopefully you understand what I'm saying, because it's not very clear how you move to the next screen and how you move back to a previous screen as you are reviewing the images provided. Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. Okay, now let's zoom in. Also, check when you're looking at your new designs and nothing else is broken. You got to make sure that something else hasn't been changed while the system is designing the new version. Okay, so everything here looks good. So I like this. This is exactly what I wanted, right? Exactly what I wanted. I like this labeling here as well, course preview images. If you notice, it was also on the original design here for the video. Okay, very good. So now what I do, I then delete the screens that are no longer required. Okay, so we've only had to do 2 iterations to get the final results. I'll delete this one and I will move this one across to the left. Okay, now let's go ahead and implement this screen, which should be quite straightforward. So I'm going to click on the screen, I'm going to click on the export, hit zip file, and that's going to save a zip file to my computer, which I'm then simply going to paste into my development environment. I'm using Microsoft Visual Studio and Claude Code as the AI agent to code for me. So let me grab the file and let me bring up Claude Code inside of Visual Studio. So I'm just going to paste it in to my folder here, and then I'm going to ask Claude Code to review that particular file and explain to Claude Code what it is that I'm trying to do. And I can get that explanation from Google Stitch because I explained it to Google Stitch to create those screens. So let me just go back up here, and here we go. I can simply reuse this inside of the Visual Studio. So first I want to let Claude Code know what I've done. So I have added a carousel component to the course details page, and let's reference the design. The design is located at, and what we can do here, right click on the file, and here we go, just do copy path. That tells Claude Code exactly where the design file is. Okay, you can also use the @ sign. Okay, and this is the reason for this is because, and then I'll just paste in what I entered into Google Stitch. And let's just read this. I need to copy that again. So we'll just hit copy, go back and paste. Here we go. Let's just now make sure our instructions are clear, because sometimes the teacher may not have an intro video and instead may want to provide images as a way to explain the details of the course, and a way for images to be displayed instead of the video, and a maximum of up to 5 images, i.e., and let's also say, and a way for the user to click through images, and then let's say, i.e. carousel, because that's essentially what we have provided. And this avoids the necessity for the teacher to record an intro video and allow the teacher to launch their course with a handful of images that can be used to help prospective students understand the benefits of the course in a visual manner. Now, the reason I want to make sure I mention why that's necessary, what that avoids, is because I want Claude Code to know that sometimes the teacher may not have a video, and that's important because I need Claude Code to understand that this is not in addition to an intro video. It's either the video or the carousel. Now, I've said this before, always ask the agent if they have any questions, right? Because often the agent will ask you questions to clarify. And let's also say, and make sure to consider the edit state on how the teacher is to add these images. All right, that should be enough. Now, while this is going ahead and building out that screen or reviewing the design, I want to do one more thing here. And that is, I want to ask Google Stitch to create for me an edit state of the screen. What do I mean by an edit state? Well, the user needs to be able to edit the details on that page. And there is an edit state already, and I'll show you what that looks like. If I click on edit this page, you can see this is basically a way for the teacher to edit all the details, right, on the screen. Now, this is something that Claude Code came up with. I didn't specifically ask my design agent to create an edit state, but I'm going to do that now because I may want to improve it. Create an edit state for the course details page and carousel. And I need to, let's just leave it at that and see what it comes up with. Okay, now let's go back to Claude Code because it's asking or letting me know that it's done some work. So it's reviewed the design and it's talking about its feedback here. And this is all fine. It's just explaining what it can see. There's up to 5 images. It wants to make some database changes where it needs to store the images. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. A view mode, edit mode, and an API to add the images. And some questions now. should the carousel show instead of the video when there's no video? Yes, that's correct. And in edit mode, should the image upload be in the same area as the video edit fields or a separate section? Okay, so let's answer those questions. Yes, it's either a video or a carousel set of images. Okay, and to design the edit state such that the teacher can either upload a video, okay, or set a YouTube video, or set images. So it's either video or images. Hopefully that's clear. Okay, so that's exactly how we can grab a design, enhance it to include a bit more functionality, and making sure that we go back to our designer tool to make those enhancements so everything remains consistent, making also sure that the original design is not broken, and then bringing that back into your developer agent, giving it instructions on how to create the screen, also making sure that you ask the agent to review the screen as well. Now let's look at the edit screen, edit state. Let's have a look. I don't know if my design tool here has understood what I've asked it to do. What's it done here? This does not look like an edit state. So maybe it's, I haven't been clear. That's okay. I will pause on that for now, and I will look at what Claude Code does, because I've already asked Claude Code to consider the edit state when it's redesigning the screen to allow carousels. Okay, so let's wait and see what it produces. Now we're waiting for Claude Code, and then we can review what it's built. Now Claude Code has completed the development task, and I'm back at the same page that we started this video off at, which is the course details page. I'm going to click on edit and see what changes it has done, also making sure it hasn't broken any existing functionality. And I can see a new button here on the right hand side, which is where we can define image carousels. And there is now a upload image control that says I can upload a maximum of 5 images. So that's good. And now let's see if it is functional. If I select 5 images, it's going to display the images in this panel with thumbnails at the bottom, which was my requirement. So let me select up to 5 images. And what I might do is I might use my Carousel Studio app to do that. And all I need to do is put in a description, which I'm going to get from here. And let me put that in there. Okay. And I'm going to click on Ignite, and this will create for me a carousel. So let me wait for this to go ahead and create a carousel that I can use to then upload into my course description. Now, I'm going to be launching this in the next couple of days. So if you want free access to the courses, I'm going to launch this with probably around about 4 courses. Or if you want to launch your own course, then just comment awesome below in the video and I will give you free access. So I'm waiting now for my carousel to be generated. This is also a free tool. It's available at carouselstudio.app that you can use to create carousels. So I'm going to wait for this to finish. Okay, there is our carousel based on my description. Okay, I'm just going to go through and look at the images. Pretty cool. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to just save this to my library, and then I'm going to download this to my computer to then upload into the images on in here. Okay, so I'm going to now go to my dashboard in Carousel Studio. There should be a download button here somewhere, and I'm going to download this. So there is my carousel. I'm going to click on that. And here we go, download the zip. Okay, that's downloaded to my computer. So let me now go and extract that and upload it into here. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to edit the page and click on images. Now, I'm going to see if I can drop all 5 images in here. See if that works. No, can't do a drop, maybe. No, so that's something that I'll have to get Claude Code to fix. I want to allow the teacher to be able to drop in the images. Okay, so you can see I've manually uploaded an image and I can see it there. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the rest of them now. I've uploaded the second one. Now I'm going to go ahead and upload the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Okay, so it seems to be working fine. I've uploaded all 5, and as soon as I've uploaded the 5th image, the upload component has now gone, indicating that I cannot upload anymore. So I'm now going to stop the editing. And now, let's see, maybe I need to refresh the page. So I'm going to refresh the page to see if this is now functional. Now that I have images, it should show the images as a carousel rather than the video, and it does not. So I'll now go into Claude Code and let it know that it's not working. It's uploaded the images, but the page is not reflecting the images. So let's let Claude Code know I have uploaded the images. However, video is still showing. Okay, so let's let it fix the issue and then we'll review that again. Okay, Claude is saying, well, you've got a video there and the video takes precedence. So that's okay. I can remove the video. So I'm going to remove video. And this should then work. So I'm going to now stop editing. And I don't think I have to save anything. So I'm going to refresh. Video is still there. I don't think there was a save. Let me edit that again. Ah, there is a save button. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back here, remove, save changes, which will exit edit state. Now, if this is, so the video is still there, so there's still some kind of a problem. Let me go back into edit state again. No video. Let's also remove this as well. Save changes, so there's a YouTube link there. Okay, so I don't know where it's getting the video from. It's not playing. Let's just refresh. Okay, so there's no video now, right? Not one in YouTube, not one here. So there's no images either. Let me just go back and let Claude know what's going on there. Let's go back. I have removed videos and still don't see images. Also, now I don't see images I uploaded in edit state. Okay, all right, so let's see what it says. Okay, Claude is saying I didn't save my form, and I think that's correct, I did not. So I'm going to go back into edit state. I'm going to click on the images. I'm going to go through and upload them all again. Now, before I do that, what I might do is actually tell Claude Code I want this to be a drop zone. Let's do that here. Before I test again, I want the teacher to be able to drop all 5 images into the upload component. Okay, so I want the drop zone to work. So let's add that before we test this again. Okay, so let's go back and try this again. Claude Code is finished. Let me refresh the page to make sure I have the latest code base. And now we should be able to drag and drop. Let me go into edit state and click on the image carousel. I'm going to grab the images and I can't see it allowing me to drag and drop into the zone. The zone is not activating. Oh, it is actually. Just need to get Claude Code to show a different style. So that seems to be working. That's very good. The only issue here is what is the order? Okay, because the teacher may want to have a specific order in which these images are displayed. But we'll look at that in a moment. So this is the step I forgot previously. I did not hit the save button. So I'm going to hit on save. And now these images should be saved. And there we go. Course preview images. Very good. It's functional. I like that. That's very nice. Shows the image count as well. Now, is it showing all the text? And I need to check that because I don't think it is. I don't think it's showing the entire image. I like that it's got the buttons here as well. So it's very nice. It's done really well. Let me compare the first image. And I'll bring it over so you can see. And you can see there's a lot more to this image. So where's the image that I'm looking at? It's this one. You can see it's not even the first one. And so that's the issue when you drag and drop. So here we go. It's not showing the complete image. So let me talk Claude Code that. And then we also need to add functionality to allow the teacher to change the order, right? So let's go back. But almost there. And I'm very pleased with the current outcome. So let's fix this up. The image is not shown. The full image is not shown. And the teacher should be allowed to rearrange the image order, okay, in edit state, i.e. drag and drop to rearrange the order of the images. Okay, so I think once those two issues are resolved, then the carousel is going to work perfectly. And then what I want to test is putting a video back on. So let's wait for Claude Code to finish, then we'll see what it's done. Okay, let's have a look at the final version. You can see the image is now bigger and provides the thumbnail at the bottom. Okay, so we can now see the complete image, which is great. Now let's see if the reordering has been, okay, that's now been fixed up as well, which is good. Okay, so let me now, this was the first one. Whoops. Okay, now what was the second one? we can go back to the Carousel Studio app. So the robots image was the second one, which is there. So that's number 2. And what was number 3? This factory with the light. Where's that? This one. That's number 3 already. That's fine. 4th one is the social media icons, which is fine. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to save that. And there we go. Actually, that's not the first one. Okay, that's because that's the one that's selected. There we go. Let's refresh. Okay, there we go. Very good. So this is now fully functional. Okay, this is exactly how I envisaged this to work. Now what I want to do is test that I can go back to video. So I'm in edit state. I'm going to leave these images and just, there's an upload guide here as well. That's something that I asked Claude Code to also put in here. Let's double check the content of that. And that was to provide some guidance to users on how to upload and the best size and the best format. So this is good. It's done that correctly. Very good. Okay, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to leave these images and I'm going to upload a video. And what I want to see is how does it now handle. So there's a video now. I haven't removed these. So I'm going to save. Now Claude did say video takes precedence. Now I don't know if it's changed that or not. Now let's see if I can play this. Yes, the video does play. And so I don't see the images anymore. So that's fine. Let me refresh. And that's how Claude Code said this is going to work. Very good. Okay, excellent. So I'm now going to ask Claude Code to create a help guide for this page that explains video to precedence. If you want to use carousel or images because you don't have a video for intro, that's fine. You know how to use that. But this is now fully functional. So hope you've enjoyed the video. We've done a lot in this video. We've essentially gone and we've redesigned, added some functionality to this course details page. I'm actually going to keep the video. I'm not going to use the carousels in this. But what I do want to test is, can I remove these? Do these delete correctly? And they do. Very good. And then I'll simply need to save my changes. And no errors. If I go back into edit state, there should be no images. Very good. And I've got my video, which is not here. And that's a problem that I've identified. This actually was working previously. Let me just stop editing and refresh. And so for some reason, let me also make sure the video is still playing. When I've removed, so it's not playing anymore. So that's a bug. When I have removed the images, it's also removed the video. So I hope, and I'll fix that, but I hope you've enjoyed the video. And that is how we can add some functionality to our screens by first going back to the designer and designing out the screen, and then talking through with Claude Code the functionality that's desired. Okay? I look forward to talking with you in another video.